My name is Sophia. I am a lab member and I'm also the lead of our collaboration team.
Hi, I'm Tevon. I'm part of the IHP team and also part of the collaboration team.
Yeah, and we are putting together a short interview series of different iGEM members and people relating to iGEM. And our first interviewee for this is Sath. So a lot of you probably know Sath. He is our engineer lead. And he's a great guy. So we're just going to chat with him and learn a bit about him and what he does. Let's see. Sath, what program are you in? What are you studying right now?
Currently, I'm doing biomedical engineering, and I'm trying to get a minor in biotechnology as well.
And, what sparked your interest in iGEM?
Originally, it was just something fun to put on my resume, but once I started in iGEM, I learned that there was a lot more in genetic editing and genetic engineering that I've never seen before. So that really sparked my interest to stay in and continue with iGEM so long term.
Okay, that's very cool. That's very cool. How would you describe the experience working on your first iGEM project?
It was really thrilling because I didn't understand a lot of it, but I was like trying to catch up and learn as much as I could. So it was thrilling in the sense that it was very new and no one has, or not very many people have done this type of work, like working with biosensors and stuff. But the more I read about it, um, I realized how like wide the range of biosensors can be. So it really opened my eyes to like a whole new side of researching things and applications of things we would do in a lab.
And now, what is a biosensor in the context of the project that you're talking about?
Okay, yeah, good question. So a biosensor is essentially an engineered organism or um, like a electrical sensor that recognizes organic or relevant particles. So for our example, it was we engineered E. coli to detect um, tetracycline and its, I guess, analogs. So tetracycline and oxytetracycline in um, milk and honey, respectively. So our biosensor essentially would change colors to indicate either a safe level or a high level of the antibiotic in milk products or honey. The reason like why these are regulated or antibiotic levels are regulated in food is that we don't want antibiotic resistance to increase, and that's been like a huge crisis for the last decade, and I guess ever since discovery of penicillin, this all started. But yeah, so we don't want antibiotics getting out in the world, and so we gotta test for like safe levels of antibiotics in our food.
Stuff. That's some very cool stuff. Before you came on, Sophia and I was talking a bit about Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, so it's something I came across when I was just reviewing our plant project for this year. But I found that I don't know much about what that is, and I was wondering if, as an engineer, you would know a bit more.
Yeah, Raspberry Pis are essentially what a computer is. It has, wireless capabilities, Bluetooth, and essentially you can program it to do very, very cool things. A quick example, I guess, is say we want to monitor our plants, but we don't want someone to sit there and, stare at it, or like, have to set a camera and run a time lapse. We could use the Raspberry Pi to, take images or videos of the plants growing, and, analyze the data before it comes to someone's laptop, so we don't have someone in the lab having to collect data. But yeah, that's like very small in the list of things Raspberry Pis can do. People build drones out of these things. I know someone that has his whole home like video security hooked up to a couple Raspberry Pis so he can, check in on his house from his phone exactly the way he wants, and he doesn't have to buy cameras and a pre-installed security system. So yeah, Raspberry Pis are pretty much computers.
Thank you, Sath, for
I hope this
talking
was
with
good.
us.
No
Yeah.
problem.
If there's any maybe last thing that you would like iGEM members to know about you or the team or your program, would you like to share?
Yeah, I mean, like to all the other iGEM members, I guess, always reach out, and if you have a cool idea, there's always people willing to work with you on it and help you develop it. You just have to find the like-minded people willing to do so, and then you can create some really cool things.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you for having me.